Ever felt like you just can't stay consistent no matter how motivated you start? Here's why discipline beats motivation every time. Relying on motivation alone leads to the path of failure. Well, it's 100% of like every day of the week. If you rely on motivation, so basically you're doom scrolling on social media, right? You're getting dopamine hits left and right, center, just coming at you. And then there's this particular video that you're watching, then all of a sudden it just motivates you. It just creates that fire inside you, gives you that exciting energy that just comes out of nowhere. All of a sudden you're up here, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna start this, do this. You go, for example, you go to the gym for a week or two, probably max a month. And then once that motivation is gone, my friend, you're not even coming back to zero again. You're going below zero. You going down that big rabbit hole that you've probably like dug out yourself, because you're relying on motivation. And then the process repeats itself from there on. You go back to doom scrolling, trying to find that next video, that next dopamine hit to create that energy inside of you again. Then you're back up here, got this full energy, doing something for a couple of weeks or a month, and going back down underneath zero, down that rabbit hole. And this process keeps on going and going if you rely on motivation. Okay? But here's the solution. Even though you don't feel like it or you have zero motivation to do something, you can still build self-discipline. And let me tell you how. So here's 4 things that I have for you guys that you can implement in your personal lives to build self-discipline with zero motivation. Okay, the first one, okay, planning out, creating a routine, planning out your day, basically from morning till when you go to bed. So when you create this routine, it's going to be pretty simple, right? You just follow that plan that you've created for yourself. Instead of trying to figure out like in the middle of the day, or what you should be doing, or what should I do now, what should I do something productive or whatever, right? Instead you plan out your whole day, from morning till the time you go to bed, and then you don't have to worry about nothing. You don't have to overthink a lot of things. Just follow that list, that routine that plan that you've set out for yourself, that you created. Just go. You just keep on going from the top of the list till the end of the list, till you're falling asleep, basically. Okay, if you do that, there will be like less time wasted and more productivity and efficiency going on throughout your life. And this can lead to accomplishing your goals that you've always wanted to achieve. Pretty simple. Okay, that's the first one that I have. The second one is pretty simple. It's like one of the things that we all have to do. Okay, it's getting rid of the friction and distractions that are surrounding you. So these are all the negative things that are in your personal life, like current life right now. It can be like when you're trying to work, right? You have your phone on your desk or something, and then you get a notification pops up and you get distracted, right? So you're trying to basically, when you're working, keeping your phone out of the room or whatever, all that distractions, so you're like focused on working just on that single thing instead of being distracted. And organize your room in a way that it is efficient, that leads to productivity instead of having distractions everywhere, like screens or whatever. Have time blocks and stuff. And basically that's why I said plan out your routine and Clean your environment as well. Make sure it's clean, organized. All those distractions, like what you're doing when you're working, are removed so you don't have to worry about nothing. That's the second one. Okay. And here's the third one. The third one is the 2 minute rule. Okay. For starting new habits. This rule is from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you haven't read this book is one of the best books in establishing new habits in your own personal lives. So please, if you haven't already, just get yourself a copy and go read it. So this 2 minute rule, basically, James Clear states that, how we overthink a lot, thoughts and stuff. So basically, you have your routine, right? So there's some things that you have to do, so some unmade decisions, right? So basically, going for a walk or going to the gym, right? But say you're coming back home from a long day at work and you don't feel like you're tired, so blah blah blah, all this bollocks, right? All this nonsense that your mind basically creates for you. That is just it's it just is, we don't know why, just our brain sometimes works against us, but that's all right. What The way you can use this 2 minute rule, basically, you don't feel like it, right? Just tell yourself, like, I'm just gonna go and put my shoes on, get my keys for my car, and just sit in my car. That's it. That's only gonna take you 2 minutes, right? Grab your keys, or probably pack your clothes and just go sit in your car, and that's it. You don't even have to worry about going to the gym yet. Just say to yourself, I'm gonna grab my clothes, like put on my gym clothes, grab my bag, grab my car key, just go sit in your car. Okay. Once you're there, you're like, okay, your brain just automatically just switches on. You're like, okay, we've been in this place before, we've been in this car and at this hour at the same time of the day, and where have you been going in the past few days? You've been going to the gym. Your brain's like, okay, time to go to the gym now. Okay, just this 2 minute rule really, really helps. And I recommend you guys implement this, okay? If you want to build new habits and build that self discipline when there's zero motivation, okay? Now that's the third thing. The fourth thing, okay, is holding yourself accountable. Okay, how can you do this? The first one was you planning out your routine, and then the second was getting rid of friction and distractions surrounding your environment and organizing it. And the third one was the 2 minute rule. And the fourth one, holding yourself accountable. And how do you do that? Well, let me explain. Pretty simple, right? If you keep so basically you can just track your habits. So for example, if you have a diary or whatnot, and basically just write it all down, like what you should be doing throughout the days, like 6 habits that you want to do a day. Go to the gym, go for a run, read, study, meditate, whatever, right? You write that down, and then once you've done that, going from the top of the list or the bottom of the list, you just keep on ticking it, you just keep on ticking it. And this throughout time gives you like good dopamine hits instead of doom scrolling, getting just non-stop dopamine hits. This gives you actual, real, like worth of dopamine hits. You're ticking, you're like, oh, I've accomplished this. Now you ticking that box, oh, I've done this. You're getting a dopamine hit and sense of just relief, and then just feeling good. Okay, now that's 4 things that you can implement in your own personal life to build discipline. So yes, that's how you build self-discipline, and this is one of the things that I actually do myself. you know Sometimes, probably miss a few things, but that's all right. Even though you get a few things off the list, that's still something, right? just keep going at it. And yeah, that's all I had for today's video. And look, if you implement this, this can literally change your whole life, creating you a new person, like a newborn person. It's very, very spectacular. You'll just become great. Okay, that's it for today's video. And if you follow the things that I said in this video, you can literally change your life in a matter of a month or two, and you'll become a whole new person. So with that being said, let me guys leave you with a quote from Israel Adesanya. Adesanya, okay, he's an MMA fighter or UFC champion. He's in the UFC. He said, "If not now, then when?" So, guys, go out there and start today. Okay, start today and build your discipline from here onwards. And comment down below what discipline means to you. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, because that will help me out a lot. And for you, you won't miss another single upload from me. And that's me today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.